Hi, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Rhama Dashuri, and I wanted to jump on and create this video to talk about life and doing what you love, and hopefully give you some inspiration and courage to go against the grain and do what you love, do what you came here to do. I've never really had a normal job. I've never had a normal life. And I've always had this rebellious nature. I don't like being told what to do. I do not listen to other people. So, in a way, I kind of set myself up to, like, I had to work for myself because I refused to let somebody tell me what to do or make me feel like I was going to be punished because I was 5 minutes late for something. I've never really played by the rules, and now that's my slogan for my coaching business is fuck the rules. And because there are no rules, all of the things that we have been told, like, it's just they're all made up, and for some reason within a lot of people we feel like we have to follow through, we have to obey these made up fucking rules. Rules are for people who honestly don't know what to do. I think regular jobs are for people who truly just haven't taken the time to figure out who they are and what they want to do on this planet. And that may offend some people, but if it's offensive, then you're just proving my point. Because when we're bothered and upset about something, it's because there's a part of us, something within us, believes what is being said, and that's why our defenses go up, because we so badly we don't want to believe that we are pissing away our lives. We don't want to believe that I don't believe that life actually can be wasted. But I do believe that everyone always has an opportunity for something bigger, something better. I think if you're not waking up every day stoked for your day, stoked for where you're headed, then there's something better. So I wanted to get on here and just drop some inspo and some motivation, because you're always one step away from a different life, and sometimes that's just making the decision to do that thing that you want to do. Life is so precious, and things are constantly changing, and I've been reflecting on life a lot recently. What would happen if I were gone in 3 months? Would I be satisfied with where I'm at in life? And I can say I've definitely found purpose, and I love helping people through my coaching. I love helping people create businesses and make money so they can go fucking live and do what they want to do. And I love business coaching slash, in a way, a hidden money coach, because money seems to be the one thing that people need because we live in a world full of expenses. So to go travel across the country, in most people's eyes, it's going to cost something. And we can definitely get into, there are definitely free ways to travel. There's definitely ways to create businesses out of just traveling, like travel blogs. And I mean, but I truly believe that money can be easily acquired whenever you have effort and passion, and you're showing up every day and you're doing something that you love. But it's ultimately doubling down on you and doing something different, investing into yourself. And you might not see the return of the investment tenfold overnight, but it is progressive. That is what I found in business. I mean, I've dabbled in so many different things, but things have always been progressive for me. The more effort that I put in, the more I believe that it's possible, even when it looks like it's not going to happen. Business, everybody thinks with business, it's just like this one line straight to the top. And you better believe every entrepreneur, every business woman, businessman out there reaches a point where we have to question, is this gonna work? Like, what happens if I fail? Like, is this where the whole thing comes crumbling down? And if it does, what do I do next? And sometimes it does fucking fall apart in front of your face. This has happened once twice actually with my clothing company. I like used to make Burning Man kind of style clothes and accessories. And I've learned a lot, but ultimately I started business coaching because I understand the energy of business and money and success. And I also understand that it doesn't look like something specific. It doesn't always look like standing in front of Ferraris. And, success is a vibration, and it's not limited to financial means. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's a part of it, but we always look for the success in business from a financial standpoint first, and we're not seeing all the other things that come with the journey, and how we're kind of already embodying success in so many different ways. But we look at our business and say, oh, well, this isn't working because it's not, I can't see it paying off financially in the way that I wanted it to. And I've stepped back recently in my own coaching business and had to really ask myself, where am I going with this? What are my new goals? And it's made me question. I mean, this is where the death thing came up recently, where I've considered, what are some things that I want to do? I'm in a position now where I don't have a car. I'm not on a lease. I'm staying with a friend, and all my things are in storage, and my life on the outside to some people may seem a little messy and chaotic, but I feel more free than anybody that I know right now, because I'm literally free to go anywhere or do anything that I want. And so I've considered just going and living in Bali for a year and continuing to coach and bringing, my baby daddy, my daughter, and a bunch of friends, and helping them start businesses online, and splitting costs in luxury hotels or whatever it is. A couple ideas have crossed my mind, but I'm going to the traveling, the seeing the world, I guess, because and even what inspired me to create this video is, you have one life that for sure. One that for sure, regardless of what you believe in. At the end of the day, nobody motherfucking knows for sure. So, what are you doing with it? And a 9 to 5 just will never cut it for me. It never has. A normal life, even for my daughter, dropping her off at school for the next however many years, and what, I'm gonna wait to travel until she's out of school? I'm just not okay with that either. And so I've been playing around with the idea, how can I give my daughter a different life? And I think that's something that a lot of parents in general say, I can't do this because I have kids. I coach people often that say they can't start their own businesses because they have kids, because it's too risky and whatever. I think as parents, because we love our children and we want to give them the best lives, we put a veil over our eyes, and telling us why we can't do what we want to do, why we can't start up the business, why we can't go live the lives that we want to live. Children hinder us. And I'm a firm believer in turning anything into good. I believe in turning anything into an opportunity. I believe that everything that's in my life now is beneficial to me. It's the most beneficial circumstance I could possibly be in, and it's all working in my favor. So maybe, me having my daughter is, maybe that's exactly what I needed to decide to do, travel the world and do it in the way that would be safest, because I was a wild child before I had my daughter. Would I even be here without her? I don't know. Kids kind of make you, think twice before you do that next crazy thing that could kill you. So, but without rabbit trailing too much, if you know me or you follow any of my work, I'm always talking in my videos how I'm the queen of rabbit trailing. But I believe that what I say and where the conversation goes is meant. It's just what was meant to happen and meant to be said. So to wrap up this video, I felt like I needed to share my current thoughts, my current plans, my mental state, my internal state, some inspo, reminding somebody out there, that this is your one life, and what are you doing with it? Are you happy? Are you making the money that you want to make? And if you didn't immediately answer yes to both of those questions, if anything is possible in this lifetime, what is it that you're telling yourself? What lies, what false beliefs, what limitations are you believing subconsciously that are keeping you from letting yourself open up to experiences? That's kind of, whether you want to call it manifestation and spirituality or fucking science, it's all the same thing, guys. But what happens is when you are able to think differently and realize that something is possible, it's not necessarily your job to know how it's going to happen. Your brain does that for you. Things change in your reality whenever you allow yourself to believe that maybe traveling the world for 2 years with all of your family and friends is possible. And maybe things begin to change once you open up to the idea that it's possible. But it's like a veil is lifted. It's there's a scripture verse even in the Bible, about being blind and then you see, and I forget the actual scripture verse, but to me, that scripture verse means you can't see what's possible when you don't believe it's possible. It's that famous quote, "I'll see it when I believe it," right? So ask yourself, what would you like to be working out for you? What would you like to have, be, do, create in this lifetime, right now even? And what is keeping you from doing it? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it self-consciousness? Is it just a flat out lie that it's not possible? And I encourage you to make that shift within your mental process, your mindset in general, and see what changes for you and what things open up. And you can use this method with something small, like a raise, a small dollar amount. My clients do that all the time. Or a business goal, or maybe it's just love. There are so many things that you can use this process on, and it's just you cracking open your mind by opening your heart to new possibilities. And yeah, so this is me signing off. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspired you. Let me know your thoughts on Rhama Dashuri traveling the world for 2 years. Comment below your thoughts on that, or anything that you would like to contribute to this video. And I will see you guys somewhere on the interwebs. You'll definitely be seeing me, because I am not going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I love what I do. I love inspiring people and motivating people. And I love showing up every day so people can ultimately see the evolution in my life and in my business. And even though you may not believe what I'm saying now, I love it when people check back in with me a year later, months later, and they go, "Oh shit, she's doing that thing she said she was gonna do." And it happens all the time. And I want that for you too. I want you to have the patience to know that it's coming. I want you to have the courage to believe in yourself and in your dreams, regardless of how long it takes, without looking at your watch, without paying attention to the timeline on when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but just believing that it's going to motherfucking happen, because it has to, because you commanded it, right? You have that power. So I love you guys, for realsies this time. Over and out. You can find me on all the social medias, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, at Rhama Dashuri, RHAMADASHURI. And you can DM me if you guys have any questions or would like to connect or collab. I love you guys, and see you soon.